don't know if it's a new one or not, but we'll just share it. I'll copy it and send it to Deb. She's the only one joining us right now, so. Wow. Internet's being really, or else it just really doesn't like YouTube Live because it's a lot of bandwidth. All right, Deb. Yep. Text to Deb. Oh, jeez. Okay. And paste. What is this? Go away. Pop-up windows. Gotta love them.
Well, you're still recording and you'll be, on YouTube Live all day.
Well, that one, it just kept the wheel of doom. So it's like, do you want to continue to go live? And I'm like, well, no, because it's not doing anything. Behave. Please behave. All right. All right. All right. Relax. Send you a link, hon. Look in your text messages or Facebook messages. No problem, hon. Bye. All right. I'm gonna be gentle. All right, so we're gonna pick up where I left off. So we did the wins of the week. Like I said, so if you want in the chat, type your win of the week, Deb. We'd love to read it later. So let's hear your 60-second commercial. You can also talk about the weather or anything. I thought it would be fun. So I decided, I haven't even read it yet, but I decided to let Chat GPT write my pitch this morning, and I haven't even looked at it yet. So I just told it what it was National Pie Day and make it sound fun and friendly. So, realtor commercial script. Here it is. Ready? Here we go. 60 seconds, and I thought it had to be 60 seconds or less. So, hi there. I'm April with Home For You Team, your go-to Minnesota realtor who believes in finding your dream home, or finding your dream home should be as delightful as your favorite piece of pie. Speaking of pies, did you know that January 23rd is National Pie Day? Whether you're into apple, pecan, or something more adventurous, it's the perfect excuse to indulge. Now imagine celebrating next year's Pie Day in your new home with a kitchen spacious enough to bake all your favorites. As a dedicated and fun-loving realtor, I bring joy, energy, and a whole lot of care to every transaction. I'm not just here to sell houses. I'm here to make the journey enjoyable and stress-free. So if you're ready to buy or sell, give me a call and let's make your real estate dreams as sweet as a slice of pie. Happy National Pie Day.
That's actually not bad. No, that's pretty darn good.
Chat did a good job. So if you ever just need a pitch, ask Chat and let him know a little bit about yourself, and he might get it right, or it might get it right. I call him just because it makes me feel better.
Because when they mess up, it's easier.
Yeah, it's easier to call a male problem than a female problem. Since Amanda is our guest highlight speaker, we'll let Kelly do hers.
I was just going to do chat.
Okay, I'll give you a few minutes. If you want to use chat to do that, be awesome. Yeah, the only thing about like live streaming is like there's not like a two-way conversations, but I figured this way people at least type in if they want to comment. I love that. Tips wilderness, wins of the week. It's a challenge. Okay, cool. Wins of the week, day 2 of business challenge. So she's doing some challenges. Cool. I'll have to give you a call later and see how that's going. Tell Chat what you want and tell them it's got to be 60 seconds or less. There you go. And then that's going to make it nice and short.
Well, I'll have to do it later because I've never used it, so I don't really know.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you want to upload that app. And I promise I
have the app. I just haven't used it yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely give it a personal, but if you have time to sit there and fill in your personality profile, or just tell it a little bit about yourself, things that you like and things that you don't like, and the type of people you work with and the people you try to avoid. I mean, seriously, like, you can give it all sorts of information, like, I tell I'm kind of a sensitive person, but I'm like really kind and generous, and so when he throws me pitches or things that are just pushy, and that's not me. That doesn't sound like me at all. I'll tell it that does not sound like me. So please ever remove that verbiage. Never ever bring it back to me again. It remembers that. Oh yeah, she's not that person. And I always tell it, remember, make it sound like me.
Wow.
Yeah. And I talk to it, so I do the whole voice to text thing. So I'm like, it's much easier than typing it all out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And if I get it all wrong, or like the verbiage is wrong, whatever, I just proofread it first before I tell it like, hey, human error. Actually, more computer error. So, go ahead, give us your pitch.
Sorry, I was giving you a text from Becky.
Yeah.
I'm Kelly from with Sensi. Blah, 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 blah.
So good. And blah, 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 blah.
I do not like to read these things. Today we're having a 70% off sale for 36 hours or while supplies last. It starts at 10. And I have it on my story, and my website is on there, so go ahead and click that if you want to see what deals we got.
National Pie Day. I bet you have an apple pie scent.
Or a pumpkin pie.
Or a pumpkin pie scent, or some sort of pie. I know you have like a blueberry one too, like a blueberry pie. Like a,
Oh, yeah.
and I know that you have apple pie, because that's one I send people, because they usually like apple pie.
Yeah.
So you could like use that, and you're like, for your sale, like putting that on Facebook if you want to do that. Like, it's National Pie Day, and we have this pie smell and this pie smell. And this.
But if that's not on sale today, or is it everything is?
No,
There might be
It's just
certain
like
things,
a-
I'm just saying, but you can look there and see if there's
Yeah.
smells that smell like pie, or they smell like pie. Or it'll make it smell like you're baking a pie.
Or make it smell like you're not burning the pie.
You're not burning a pie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna turn the screen so that you guys can see.
Maybe.
Yeah, without hopefully losing you. So we're gonna do this very gently.
I mean, I could.
No, you're all good. Oh, I just went my mouse. Don't. Look at that. Look at that. Just don't trip over that cord. All right, look at. All right, we got Amanda. Yay!
So I am Amanda with Rustic Acres Pet Treats. I am bringing you today my almost complete lineup of all of my treats and my very wonderful display that my husband built for me. We offer locally raised and processed pet treats that are all natural, single ingredient, unlike your apple pie.
True.
Because that wouldn't be very good.
Mm-hmm.
But everything I have is raised locally to my farm and then processed on my farm. There's nothing added to it, as you can tell with my chews. They have the hair on them. A lot of people call them ugly chews.
That's okay. The dogs like them.
The dogs go crazy for them.
Mm-hmm.
But we offer everything from chicken, beef, rabbit, which I did not bring with me, beaver, and then salmon, tuna, and shrimp. And my newest product that we launched last year is actually my sprinkles. So these are the remainder of the animal after we pull the meat and anything else off of it. It contains all of the organs, all of the bone, and also meat. So it is a very, very nutritious meal topper for those picky dogs or cats. Or they also are very beneficial to dogs who are struggling to have, keep weight on.
Sorry.
It's all right, life happens.
Right?
We have quite a few customers who have hunting dogs that love the sprinkles, because during the hunting season, when those dogs are running, they have a really hard time keeping that weight on to keep a healthy diet. But that's, last year, we just did our numbers for last year. We processed 1,125 chickens
Wow.
on our farm, and it all went into our pet treats. We use,
Wow.
the only thing we throw away from chickens is the feathers and the intestines. Everything else gets put into packages and sold. We went through feeding many chickens. We went through almost 17,000 pounds of feed.
Holy moly.
So
That's a lot of feed.
that's like an elephant.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Yeah, I'm like, wow.
But we offer literally every part of the chicken, from the feet to the heart to the wings.
Can I tell you, like, as much as it's nothing I can eat, you actually made this room smell better. I don't know, it smells like food. I mean, like, not that I can eat it, but it's what it smells like. But yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so we figured that we did grand numbers, and to do that many chickens last year, with that much feed and housing and electricity, each bird basically ended up costing us about $2.
Wow.
Wow.
So
That is really good. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, I mean, you did really well last year.
um,
So I have a question for you.
Yep.
So you said you have salmon, tuna, and shrimp. So since you're locally raised, where does that come from?
I get it. I have a distributor who works in the ocean. I have a deal with him where he will ship directly to me, fresh frozen, on the boat, and then it comes right to my house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because
They like send it with some dry ice and the.
no,
Yeah.
because nobody's told me where to write the check for the Atlantic Ocean yet, so
Yeah.
I can't claim that as mine.
Right. This portion of the Atlantic Ocean's mine. But you have it's a direct
Directly.
line, and it's a direct source. Like you're helping a small business also. Basically,
My small contribution to their
bigger business.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Cool.
But my display, my husband custom built it for me. It is super easy to set up. It is all, there's supposed to be shelves that go across here. I just didn't feel like.
Yeah. No. You didn't really need all that.
But and obviously I would have more than one product or one of each product out. But all of these are removable. It folds down completely, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. It travels really well, and with these being removable, it allows me to show my personality. So with, like with Valentine's Day coming up, I have Valentine's.
Oh, that's cool. So you can change like the little curtain thing.
Yeah. Just to give it a little bit of flair.
Nice.
This sign here was my Christmas present from my mom. That is her small business, is she makes custom signs.
That is awesome. I was like, gosh, that's a really good sign. It reminds me of the kids what they did for robotics.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, and so we had to remodify this to get that to fit in there. But everything is self-contained.
It's
And
fabulous.
The only thing I struggle with is at most fairs, as Kelly will know, that you sit behind your table.
Yeah.
I can't do that with this.
No.
So I have a tendency to
Stand in front.
I stand all day. And this is a typical outfit for me. Actually minus the shoes. I am known in my dog world as the barefoot vendor. And people think I'm absolutely nuts because I will take my shoes off no matter what, even on concrete and whatever. But it just helps to
Make something about you that's unique and barefoot that
yeah, and it also helps me just be energized, grabbing the earth energy. It's dulled down by concrete and all this other.
But as close as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Tapping into Mother Nature. That's awesome.
My most popular items are actually the beef heart. Beef heart and the beef lung.
Mm-hmm. My dogs will do anything.
The beef heart, mostly because it is in the smaller pieces. And being freeze dried, everything breaks up even smaller. So if you have a little tiny dog, or you want to give
to a cat
or cats.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that they're pet treats.
Not just dogs.
Not just dogs. I do have a friend who has a parrot who feeds my treats to the parrot. I also have hedgehogs are omnivores, or they eat both meat and
omnivores. Yeah.
And so I have customers that have that.
Ferrets.
The chicken hearts are like the most popular item with
those
the
sugar
ferrets.
squirrel things, whatever they are.
Yep.
Those things too. Those are
Yep.
rats.
There,
mice. Pets.
There's anything that eats meat can eat my products.
If you have freeze dried rabbit too, that people even feed that to snakes.
Yeah.
Too, so.
Yep. Snakes are a little tricky just because they get all of their all of their
Moisture.
water from their food. And so you have to actually rehydrate the products too.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've heard that people do that though.
but I found out that people that have snakes and lizards are kind of animal hoarders, and they have cats and dogs and chickens.
Oh yeah, they have all sorts of other things too. Yes.
So it's actually a really good market for me.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to do you do the whole chicken leg still anymore?
We don't. We do. We take all of the meat off the chicken leg, but then we freeze dry the bone.
Okay.
Just because we found that it was more economical, is there was very few people that actually wanted the whole chicken leg versus
just the bone.
Yeah.
The bone marrow. Okay. Cool.
And
so the finer bones of the chicken that you got your breast meat and everything. Is that part of what's in your sprinkles then?
The sprinkles is literally the whole carcass. So most of the leg and thigh bones go in there. All of the spine, even the head. We do put the head through our grinder. So you get the brain in there as well.
Ooh, chicken brains.
The chickens, because we are pulling the liver and the heart out. We do collect all of the blood when we are processing the chickens and add that back into the sprinkles.
So how do you remove the feathers from their head?
They they stay on there, so there is a little bit of
Oh,
feathers. Our chickens, meat birds don't tend to
have a lot on their head, yeah.
have a lot of feathers on their head.
It's really
But
fine.
they all of their heads do go through a vinegar bath just to kill off anything that lives on the external portion of the. Yeah, we offer all kinds of things. We sponsor a sled dog team out of Wisconsin who's really disappointed that for the second year in a row they can't run because there's no snow. And then we also sponsor a dog-powered or dog sports team out of the Twin Cities. Their main focus is flyball, but they also do agility and conformation and frisbee and just kind of a lot of everything. So keeping up with those two teams keeps me going on my downtime.
So tell us, what inspired you to even start this business? Like, literally, I mean, do you wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna freeze dry a bunch of stuff today? I mean, like, what inspired it? Like, what got in there?
So we were, since we moved up to Milaca 12 years ago, we've been raising our own meat and processing our own meat.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of people who were like, hey, we'll come and get, we feed our dogs raw. We'll come and get all of whatever you don't want. And we're like, okay, but you need to be here now, on our time, not your time.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't show up because it just didn't work for them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if, I was giving it to them free. And then we also have a lot of friends who feed raw, who take their dogs camping, go up to the Boundary Waters for 3 days. Or, where it's a very hard thing to keep your dog fed for, when you have to pack in all of their food and and it has to be frozen and, so you have to figure everything out. And I wanted a freeze dryer since they became available. And this was our original goal, was to freeze dry, the leftover parts of the animal, and then use the freeze dryer to let me do my own stuff, because I am a big canner.
Mm-hmm.
But you lose so much nutrition when you can.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, if we freeze dry it, we can, just keep it and store it and rehydrate it when we need it and use it. Yeah, that didn't go so well. As in now 5 years or 4.5 years of business, I have literally run 5 batches of product for myself.
That's about the way it works out, isn't it?
After 3 months of doing this, we found that there is a huge need for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I, at that point, made the decision to quit my full-time job. I used to be a retail merchandiser. I used to do a lot of different things. But I quit my full-time job, and this is what I do now, because there is such a high demand for feeding your pets nutritionally or high quality treats. So it's not a balanced meal, but for a couple of days it will sustain. Like if you do take your dog camping, or you take your dog up to the Boundary Waters, one bag will be enough for them to be full and not, and it's a lot easier to pack in 6 ounces versus 10 pounds.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, this is great. I'm so, I mean, like I said, I've got to be part of watching this from the very beginning. Like when they started, and even when they started, I was like, I don't know what they're doing. But you know, I'm a cheer mom, but I have no idea, I have no clue what, I was like, what is that? I mean, I took pictures of their stuff and so they could get their product first out there, and I was like, just to help whoever I could, but I was just like, I had no idea there was a market. I had no idea, I was just like, because we are such a isolated little town ourselves, so my view is very narrow of what the world's looking for. It's grown a lot since real estate, okay, so it has, but when I was in real estate then, I was a teacher then, so I was like, again, very just narrow view, and
Right.
it's been so great to watch. I wish her kids would, but but they're busy too in their own lives and being
Teenagers.
well, that one's almost not a teenager. He's not a teenager, 20-something, right?
It'll be 20 in March.
He'll be 20, so he's officially. Well, thank you.
You're right.
I definitely need to grab some of these products because I need to go visit clients and bring their dogs treats because we all know that. So don't shut off. Okay. It just blinked on me. All right. So we're getting close to end. So I have here tech tips and business knowledge spotlight. So that's for me, for you. So my tech tip of the day is to get to know your chat. Chat GPT. What do you mean there's no signal? There's no source. Whatever. TV's just being weird. As long as the computer continues to work, we're fine. So get to know your chat GPT. Use it because it is a good resource for you to make. So you go to your Google Play Store or your Apple, depending on where you're at. Look in there and just look for Chat GPT. It looks like a little circle-ish black and white emblem. I think it's black and white.
Yeah, it is.
And it's free. You can pay for a bit more better version. They have other things that they can do to you or for you. Like I'll tell it, like I'll give it a picture and I'll tell it what's in the picture and tell it to create a caption for me sometimes or whatever. But I see so much of that. And then my other thing is if you have your Google business page, if you have a way to get your clients to give you reviews and your people love you, your pet people love you, and you tell them like, it helps people like you find me. You know, it really does. People read reviews. And all you gotta say is, you go on Amazon, you go on the Jumbo website, right? What's the first thing you look at before you buy a product? You look at the price. What's the second thing you look at? The reviews. You look at how long did it take to ship? Was it a reliable vendor? Was it, all those things? You look. You care because you need it, and especially if it's on a timeline. You have a short period of time to get it to you. You want to know how quick it can get there. Is it credible, right? Do they actually do that? Like I saw people, and they'll put it on there, and that's great. When people do things great, they say great things. But when you do shitty things, they all like to slam you too. So, but most of my clients I haven't gotten one bad review because they're happy usually. And so it's always, they're saying, what's the best time to ask for a review? When your clients are happy. When you give them their product, when you hand deliver it to them, when you order something special for them because you're thinking, or whatever, you added something extra special to their order, like, hey, it really helps me. Because I see what people will ask on Facebook, who's your local Scentsy person? Who does Scentsy, or who does this or does that? They're always looking. And it's on those community business page, community pages. But if you had a presence where that somebody could Google it, it would show you on your Google business page because the algorithm feeds it. And that's why, I have 20 small reviews, which isn't a ton, but it helps and it gets the algorithm. And a gentleman that found me in Onamia, he Googled, somebody, a real estate agent near Onamia, And obviously, I popped up one of them, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, because I know I Googled real estate agents in Milaca, and I'm not the first person on that line.
Right.
I'm usually the 12th or 15th down, you know?
Jackson Hewitt.
Yeah, in Milaca Realty, there's Prince Black Prince Realty, there's other agents too that are just underneath that, just whatever, sporadic here, Cold Love Acres. They've been around longer than me, so they just have a presence.
Well, the one by Holiday, don't they have, isn't that a real estate agent at the stoplight? It's an insurance.
Oh, right across from there. Yep, they have insurance, the one shop stop insurance. They moved to Crow's old law office, which made Mr. Jackson so very happy. Jackson's just down the street next to China Panda.
Yep.
So he's like, can you believe that they're putting a real estate officer? I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, we're everywhere, it's okay. I get upset if they put, like, Edina's everywhere. I'm like, when I get upset if they're putting a diamond here or there, I'm like, no, I'm like, it's the same thing. I'm like, they're not, the only people are competing for your business is because you're not working your business. Oh, Paul's really well known, and a lot of people like Paul. I got to hang out with Paul last Thursday. It was good. So I did. I got to know him a little better. But anyways, that's my tech tip. So get to know your chat GPT and really work on your Google business site, because people Google, they use Google. They do. It's the first main search engine out there that people are using. And obviously the guy that started Google was at the inauguration. They had Amazon, Google, and SpaceX right next to each other, so that was pretty awesome. I was like, look at the three richest people in one room. My other thing is future business events. I am going to be mailing these out, so you'll get one in the mail. But it looks like this. I'm going to put it really close to the screen so you can see it. So reminder to put this on your calendar. February 22nd is my customer business events, client event, friends, business, and business friends. Just everybody. Anybody I care about. So I sent it off to about 90 people. So we'll see about, a tenth of them show up. But it should be fun. We hired 2 comedians. So we had Chad Farr. I spelled his name wrong. It's not Philly, it's Farley. And Mary Rowan, who I've never heard, but the Chad, he was really funny. He liked to pick on me last year because I was short. So that was a really easy way to call me a midget and have midget jokes. It was great. We're also providing food and drinks, and we're gonna have door prizes for everyone, and then we'll also have we're gonna do like a little raffle. We'll have an extra special couple prizes. So we have some special thing that we have a couple crafters that we hired a couple crafters to make us some beautiful knitted or crocheted cute little things that we're gonna send with everybody. So we also like to employ all of our wonderful small businesses around us. So we try to do this as much as possible. And it's in Forest Lake because it's this big, huge place, like as big as this room, for free.
Nice.
I can't find that. Anywhere. So I can't
Or you can't find it anywhere that people will show up.
I mean, yes.
Because even $10 would be nothing.
Yes,
But,
this would be nothing, but I couldn't.
but you're not going to get anybody to come from the city.
Yeah, for the most part. So you'll see it's gonna be really cutesy. I put I'll put little hearts on it. Of course, I have stickers on there because that way people know it's for me. It says on there from your favorite realtor. So, anybody else
Did you
have
want
any?
these ones back?
I'll take it, yeah.
Sending them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So events, you guys have any events coming up or shows?
No.
Do you want the rundown?
Yeah, what you got going?
This weekend I'll be down in, over in Stacy at the Wildlife Science Center. A dog, husky howl, some dog event. Next weekend I will be in St. Paul at Union Depot for Doggy Depot, which is a huge event. and it's part of the winter carnival.
Okay.
They crown the doggy, king and queen of the year, and the whole
There's
winter.
an ice
carnival.
castle dog king and queen. Awesome.
They got the whole winter carnival crew is there, King Boris and Queen, I have no idea what her name is, and all the snow princesses and the whole gang is there. Then the following weekend I'll be down in Lonsdale, then the weekend after that I'll be up in Gleason, Wisconsin, the weekend after that is Madison, Wisconsin.
So for you, is it that you're out there staying top of mind, or do you sell out product while you're at one of these, each one of these?
Yeah.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I-
You see my face, you keep me top of mind, and that's good. It's good to see you.
Yeah, but no, most of the events we do, we are selling product. We do go to a couple events where we just put on our gear and, walk around.
Yeah,
And just hand out business cards and do whatever.
networking.
But actually, because of the lack of snow and not being able to see our sled dog team, that would be the weekend that we're going to Gleason is supposed to be a sled dog race, but that one is obviously tentative. If they have no snow, we'll cancel it. We'll probably head over there anyways, just to spend the weekend with our musher. But we are coming up with a special discount code or a sale just for our dog sled teams, since they haven't been seeing us, so.
I got to be on a dog sled once, that was really fun, up in Maple Lake, or north, anyway, Moose Lake. Yeah, and, we were in a place where it was like Camp Hope or something with people for kids for cancer or whatever. Anyways, but they had, a dog musher out there for us, and they got to ride on the sled, so that was pretty cool, on the lake. That's about the only place they can mush right now. I mean, honestly, is on the lake, so if they get them on the lakes, at least they could.
Yes and no, it's super dangerous for them to be on ice.
Is it? Okay.
They need a nice hard, or like a deep snow pack,
On top of it.
because of the stopping and turning and,
Ah.
but everything else is very hard. Ice is very hard on the dogs.
Supposedly it's supposed to warm up next week, and that's usually what happens when it snows when it warms up, so hopefully we get some snow.
Yeah, but, it needs to be, packed snow. It can't be like fluffy snow, and it's gotta be, so, yeah, they actually have canceled 3 of the big, sled dog races in Minnesota this year, again.
Well, yeah, what is the Vassalope too, we have. And we don't have snow, we can't do that either.
That's a skidjor, with your dogs up and down.
Yeah,
Starts
starts in March and ends in, what the heck, really far away, pretty far. It's not just in March, they go miles and
Yeah.
miles. Wow.
I think it's a 30-mile.
Yeah, I don't know where they end up. I don't know where they go, I just know it starts in Mora. It's a big day in Mora, like how we used to have the mega meet in Milaca, which we don't have in Mora.
But, yeah, how about you, Kelly? You have shows coming up?
I have one in March, I can't remember the date, but that's about it. I don't have anything in February, or I have World Tour in February, but that's just for consultants usually.
I was just thinking too, if you wanted to, I think they're doing like a vendor shop hop around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
If you get a hold of Jamie Schuster, you could probably set the spot in her
At
or wellness
Wellness Central.
for nothing.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah, it's probably that weekend of Valentine's Day.
Yeah. The
Oh,
15th.
that's World Tour.
Oh, that's World
So
Tour.
they're on, yeah,
Okay,
in the cities.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be
a better event than.
Yes. I just say, but that's, I think they have one coming for February, so. All right, gals, well,
I know they're, the alpaca farm, Triple T alpaca has market.
we'll talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your day. Okay.
If you're